Enti no your parliamentary sitting any hearing. As a quite corner area for the acting Chief Justice Baffoe Bonnie his lordship. You could determine the fate. Sir, now no your fan say where Chief Justice and now say ye nyam fa no. Enti no any could determine the fate e parliament na e ho no. Honorable Afenyo Markin. Honorable Afenyo Markin. Any the state attorney general Akutiringa Ayende. There was a serious banter between them. And Afenyo Markin say on Chimobia Parliament House one of Osnokola Usa or to Chimobia. Me want to not tell you amame. Comment section. I Penyah block media. Me so say need you. Obe like video not that one subscribe button. So na be click notification and connect latest updates. Na be tell why you the amame. Comment section. Me so bass one share for enya bi ahwe. Eti onimu say nansia mu enche bia anam go video na say the vetting of the acting Chief Justice his lordship Baffoe Bonnie after say yeyi araba talk no efro no on say araba talk no case ni kra no as enche dan kodan because that so wo court ama no pre justice any ade but as enya case nya entwanwie ye no minority side is assessed the president John Mahama appoint acting Chief Justice ama now you are vet no am your veteran no o mpese you know you got to so about na obeye Chief Justice for Ghana na obese at the Supreme Court no be Supreme Court judge now you know I once chanced on a certain video from one of the NDC communicators and watch them you know parameters are almost here so edi araba talk no free akonya no so as Chief Justice and watch them say the entire omodi maam ni nyina ye one enye se maam na on timi nye da bi anase adwuma no na ohun so kurulu bi da bi o kire mu say hey they remove araba talk no on the grounds of what politics
me so ka question me be sa on say if it had happened say yes a stock on NDC abayin na appointed as Chief Justice and a process is here ye firm di na die ya MPP abayin be firm e na die ya ka we kan de o kan nwumre ye
ala onim le kure ba ko pe le kure ho ni say Ghana ha I don't see the crow on say Ghana ha ye po bibia aye politics. That is the better truth. Even though appointment of your friend is Chief Justice ye keka no nye partisan, but the mere fact say your opponent no asore jamba ko chi dey we den yesu be jamba ko chi. That is the situation for now.
Okay, so
that is the reality.
So it is no more about.
It's an open secret.
So it's no more about law.
Because social kwanya you know so.
Oh, they forget to address media no. So it's no more about law, but politics.
Oh, now the law no. About what your friend say? About parliament one. I don't like it's
like politics in tea. Eno mudi ma amana everyone. Na enye ho sam na yeka. Obeke at the vetting of the acting Chief Justice Baffoe Bonnie, there was a banter between Honorable Afenyo Markin, who happens to be the minority leader in Parliament, and also the Mahama Ayariga, who happens to be the majority leader in Parliament. In fact, there was a serious banter. It came by how Afenyo Markin started the submission. Okobo disputed nominee. Okobo no no majority leader Mahama Ayariga say masa. Nya obotra Afenyo Markin. Nya obotra to obo ase. Tede I heard them in fact omo no omo de gingam omo ho ankasa eye omo ho bi e ma Afenyo Markin kra to so kra no o quote you know Shakespeare's Macbeth a quote di ready kire Baffoe Bonnie say ontie e no ga to no ontie na so den so ye no sa na wi abaye ontie what does everyone o quote that statement now obeka ya after the vetting no ana Dr. Dominic Akutiringa Ayene our state attorney general no I will pass a comment on their happening at the vetting. Emma or blàsts Afenyo Markin.
Live on Metro News and good afternoon, Ghana. Talk to us. What do you make of what happened at the first session of the discussion in there?
I think it's highly regrettable because what the minority leader sought to do. First of all, I have to concede that the minority leader has a right by the practice of Parliament to make his preliminary, comments. Or express his views with respect to the nomination process or even the candidate. Okay, so having said that, I think what he sought to do was to bring the motion that was dismissed by Mr. Speaker to the committee through the back door. Because in substance, what he was trying to say was exactly what was contained in their motion. And I think that that was regrettable. I think that the minority leader could have made a general statement that the minority opposes the process and that they are, as a result of their opposition, either not participating, okay, or that they have questions to be posed to the nominee with respect to why this should be happening at this point in time. That is the context within which I think he should have situated his comments. But the approach that he used was basically to bring the motion that was dismissed by Mr. Speaker back on to the agenda of Parliament through this committee. And that was, to me, regrettable. And it was a sheer waste of time for the entire committee. You can imagine that we spent about 2 hours just on his preliminary comments. And then also, it doesn't show respect to the nominee. Okay, there are 3 branches of government. Most of the time, I want to say that there are 3 co-equal branches of government. We cannot bring the potential head of one of the branches of government to sit here and wait for us for 2 hours just to debate amongst ourselves, you know, I mean, whether or not his vetting should proceed. So I think that is highly regrettable. But that is all I can say for now.
So yeah. Whatever that happens, the affirmation will be done. The acting Chief Justice will be
of course, it will come down to a vote. Right. And if it comes down to a vote, we are on the side of the president's nominee. And we have the numbers to do so. We are not abusing our majority. We are basically asserting, you know, our right to confirm the nominee that has been put forward by His Excellency the President.
What happens if there is a walkout from Parliament, from the minority side?
Well, we'll have to continue because the practice and convention of Parliament is that once a quorum has been formed, that quorum continues till the end.
There was a PM at Parliament House. Now, the floor of Parliament, I don't raise the concern of the approval of the acting Chief Justice, His Lordship Paul Baffoe Bonnie. Omuko raise about NDC for and the Baumuch. So move near man. A course so vetting no papa no church and same year. Just go prove it to the Ghana for say obeying a year, human 8 no. Omoke comes and can speak. I'm not quite the Anthony Sober. Now, no, Chief Justice.
The committee acting in accordance with the provisions of Article 1441 of the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana and Order 217 of the Standing Orders of Parliament duly examine the nominee submitted by His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana for appointment as Chief Justice. Upon careful deliberations, the committee knows that the nominee demonstrated outstanding competence.
Is mandated if there's petition to remove a Chief Justice or otherwise, the proper procedure was followed to the end. And if you have a challenge to that, it is not on the floor of Parliament that you come and challenge that. Mr. Speaker, the nominee, if you look at his experience, you and I, Mr. Speaker, with all humility, were members of the Appointments Committee when we vetted him in 2008. I was a backbencher member of the Appointments Committee, and he's been there for 17 years. Mr. Speaker, if you look at his impeccable records, you will be wondering why has he not been Chief Justice long ago. Because, Mr. Speaker, this is one person that has run his career through almost all the government. He got to the bench through President Rawlings, as indicated by even the committee's report. He got to the High Court through President Rawlings. Then, through President Kufuor, he went to the Appeals Court and the Supreme Court. And he's one of the very experienced persons that we have. If you look at his experience, if you look at the things that he's been able to do, even academically, and you wonder why he was not even made a Chief Justice earlier. But like we said, everybody marks his time. This is his time. This is the time for Justice Paul Baffoe Bonnie. And Mr. Speaker, we must support him and encourage him to be able to give out his best, as he himself had indicated in the record. But Mr.
What do you say? Honorable Chief Justice, Emma, you know, minority side is a bear encounter.
What I perceive to be my duty here, Mr. Speaker, is to edge it out to Ghanaians why we have taken a stand. Amongst the other things is that, Mr. Speaker, we see this practice. This is very serious. That the executive is controlling Parliament and Ghana. Mr. Speaker, the executive.
Honorable member.
The executive.
Honorable member. Please. The statement you just made is a very serious statement. As I sit here, please, there is no executive that can control me. I want to assure you.
Right, Mr. Speaker, I pray thee. Maybe I didn't make myself clearer. But what I mean, Mr. Speaker, is that, and Mr. Speaker, I think I need your protection.
And the Attorney General, I heard no so the Mambis being Kabi, and a state Attorney General, and sorry, and also Yano. Of a blàsts Afenyo Markin, and in the squad.
Mr. Speaker, I am sure the minority will, do well to listen to what I'm going to say. Mr. Speaker, he gave us three cardinal pillars on which he is going to transform the judiciary. He said he is going to introduce rules relating to procedural clarity and flexibility. Second, he is going to introduce efficiency in justice delivery. And third, accountability at all levels of judicial decision making. This is what we need at this point in time in our history. This is what we need for the judiciary to be independent and to perform and deliver justice to the people of this country. Mr. Speaker, on the issue of pending suits, I am, or let me say my office is, a nominal defendant in all the suits. And I know better, looking at the Constitution and our standing orders, than to comment on pending suits before the courts of justice, whether it is the ECOWAS court or it is our own, judiciary. But, Mr. Speaker, I want to assure this House and all Ghanaians, our citizens who are listening to us, that nothing untoward, no untoward conduct has emanated from our office. And the minority, with all the experienced lawyers that they have, including but not limited to the Honorable Minority Leader himself, should know that if the Supreme Court comes out with its decision saying that the process of the removal of the Chief Justice was groundless. In other words, there was no ground, there were no, legal grounds for the removal. Mr. Speaker, no, listen to this. If orders are made, the President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has no option but to obey the orders of the court. In fact, if he does not obey, the Constitution says that is a high crime that will result in his removal.
Minister and Attorney General, this is an area that I've given a directive on. You have to move away from it and let's focus on the matter before the House.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Minority Leader is on his feet, yes.
Now, Afenyo Markin is on Onyambre, because Osahine. Onyambre. Afenyo Markin. Attorney General, everything I see ya. Ana Afenyo Markin so as original honorable. Now it was boots for boots.
To me in his submissions, to the extent that I feel misquoted, I just want to take the opportunity to correct the fact on record. He contends that the minority, with all its lawyers, including me, have misconstrued the matters at the various courts, and goes on to make further submission that should there be any ruling in favor of the plaintiff, Her Ladyship Justice Tokonu, Mr. President would obey. Mr. Speaker, the gravamen of my contention and that of my colleagues is to the effect that the learned Attorney General's office, with the time given to file defense in the suit, has failed to do so. That was the argument of bad faith we raised, that in ECOWAS court there's a time, and if we really want to enrich our constitution and enrich democracy, that when a person appears before court, parties to the suit, however nominal, would make their views known. And Mr. Speaker, the learned Attorney General, by making inference to my submission, again says that he is merely a nominal. But as nominal as he is the only party the Constitution provides as the one to file a defense. So it was his duty to take issues, traverse the matters, and Mr. Speaker, throughout the period, he did not. And it was the reason why we argued that, look, having failed to do that on time, you've created a certain lacuna, you've created a certain situation that goes against the rights of the respected former Chief Justice. That was the contention. I was not raising any other thing, but rightly saying that if you had failed on time, especially when you were served with all the processes on time, look at the way the injunction application was speedily heard. The substantive matter was pending long before vacation, and even after legal vacation, you didn't file a defense. You later went to the court to file a process for leave for extension of time, to file your process out of time. Meanwhile, we were receiving a nomination. Meanwhile, Parliament was again bound to hear the nominee. This was the argument we made, and it was not to attack the issue before the court. It was the action of your office, and that is why we raised it. So, Leonard Attorney General.
Minority Leader,
yes, Mr. Speaker.
We have heard you.
Heard you. Very well.
Please.
Not just say, I don't get it. All the state attorney general or Kasano, or say independent body. This Chief Justice will never be an independent body. Is there be? Because common sense kran kasan chere ese say ya memi no kamete hey. Ana ya pese ya vetim ya di bere bi ehye mensa. Ana me hu say enkofukuo bi empese de di bere ebe ma me a. Say in that position now, I will use that position to abuse those people. I know they are fat. I know they are any person. Or they obey. Because when you say akwa we nkwa ya for police na amame. It is akwa no ko wonya asem. Near the neighbor ebepie wo court on where judgment had be man. I tell you the crush. Because I remember say for before the guys for more than 70 years right. Onwa. They are didn't call it there. Because Anna, it is so shocking say. My majority for the majority caucus in Parliament, only natural support for the acting Chief Justice Baffoe Bonnie. There's none in the majority caucus who is against. Oh, when I mean said the one guys we not turn us up plan. And on the papa no ever obey the king and the king. You do on a Chief Justice. Debentia, why? Debentia, is he coming to serve the country or he's coming to serve NDC? And this poses a serious risk on the judiciary. It poses a serious risk on the judiciary system in Ghana here. And we must be very careful as a country. Ubeto achire wadwen amame. Ewo comment section. Aha Penyah Block Media. Accra.